to be working on some notes in the book with you. We're going to begin today on page 13 with our last new note for the A string. I'm going to be presenting this to you today with using Smart Music, which is a program we want everyone to get themselves all signed up for. And you're going to see the music on the screen. And if you don't have your book, that's helpful. Most of my students are violin players, so I'm using the violin version of this. But if you get signed up for Smart Music, you will be able to see your own music if you play viola or cello. So what we're doing here is number 53, the D major scale. This is pizzicato, so I'm not going to need my bow right now. We'll do a little note reading here. So we have D, 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 E to E4, F, 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 G to G4, A string, A, B to B4, C, 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 C. Here's your new note. 3 fingers on the A string makes the note D. That's a high D. Because now we have 2 different Ds, right? We have this D and we have the D we started with. So this is D on the A string with 3 fingers, 4 fingers if you play cello, right? D to D4. So far in this first line, we went from D string, we went through all of the notes on the D string. Then we switched to the A string, we went all the way up the notes on the A string. The second line, we're going to reverse, just everything in reverse. So starting with the high D, 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 C to C4, B, 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 A. Those fingers down. Maybe think about those fingers going down during these A's. Get them ready. G, 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 F to F4, E, 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 and back to D string D to D4. Remember, this is 2 lines long if you're using your book. Most of our songs have been 1 line long. Done. Nope, this time we go for 2 lines. All right, so pizzicato, I'm going to get ready to pluck, and we're going to play through. Ready? Oh, by the way, if you haven't tuned your instrument, just pause this video right now, go tune your instrument, then come back, and I bet it will sound a lot better. All right, so here we go. There you go. All right, so I hope you navigated through that pretty well with the new note on the A string, the 3rd finger, 4th finger if you play cello. All right, and we're going to move on to the next one. Takes a second or 2 to open up the new song. And hopefully it won't crash on me. Please don't crash. Aha, looks, there we go. All right, so Country Gardens, again, pizzicato. Quick read through on the notes. This one's a little more difficult because the notes are going to mix up and they're going to skip a little bit. So we have high D to D, C, B to B4, A to A, G. Watch out, make sure you get those fingers in time for that. F to F, G, A to D. Now's a great time to look ahead because these notes are slower. Make sure you get the fingers ready. E to G4, F to E, 4, and D. 2, rest, rest, repeat the whole thing. Okay? By the way, if you're working on this in smart music and it's a little fast, you can adjust your tempo over here on this side. If you make this number smaller, it will go slower. But I think I can keep up with 96, so we're going to just give it a try. Cute, very cute on that one. Okay, so after that, what I'd like you to do is to jump ahead in your book to page 21. And I'm going to pull up the first exercise on that page. We're going to need our bows now. Make sure your bow's tightened and rosined and ready to go. Remember that scale we did, number 53? Well, guess what? Now we're going to play it with our bow. So I'm not going to worry too much about reading the notes because we already talked about what the notes are. And we're going to just kind of jump in and play it with our bow. Here it is. It looks exactly like the other one. It's just that we're going to be bowing it now. Ready? Here we go. Pretty straightforward. Scales are important, especially when you guys are going to go to 5th grade next year and we do the all-city orchestra. We start every rehearsal with everybody playing a scale. Let's see if we can pull up the next song. Aha, yay, 101, the D major interval etude. All right, so they gave you the answers here about what these intervals are. So intervals are ways that we measure the distance between notes. We always go with the lower note and we'll call that the first note of a scale. So in this example here, we have D, first note of the scale. E then would be the second note of the scale. So the interval is whatever you stopped on. The difference between D and E is a second. Then we have D and F. So D is the first note of the scale, E is the second, F is the third. So we call that a third. D is the first note of the scale, G is the fourth note of the scale, so that's a fourth. D and A, you would count from D all the way up to A, you would find it's a fifth. D to B is a sixth, D to C sharp is a seventh, but the D to the high D, we have a special name for that, and you see it right here, octave. See OCT, whenever you see OCT, you got to think of some other things, words that start with OCT, like octopus, like octagon, right? How many legs on an octopus? 8, right? And then an octagon, how many sides? 8. So when you see OCT, that means 8. Believe it or not, October was once the 8th month of the year. That's how it got its name. So when you see the same letter name, D and D, but they're different notes, that's an octave. All right. So this will be our last one for today. Get ready to play. Here we go. your new work for this week. I'm going to be signing off for now. Happy practicing, and I will see you next time.